All right, so get ready to dive deep, because today we're exploring a world where AI isn't just answering your questions, it's actually working right alongside you.
Like a whole team, right?
Yeah, a whole team of AI
Yeah.
agents
Right.
tackling tasks, crunching data, even simulating those complex what-if scenarios.
The ones you always think about but never really have time to play
Exactly.
out.
So today we're diving into CAMEL AI.
Which is fascinating because it's not just another tool,
Right.
it's a whole open source project.
Okay.
And they're on a mission to figure out how these AI agents scale up.
So how do we make these AI teams bigger and better?
Yeah, how do their abilities grow as we build more and more complex systems? It's like finding the secret formula for AI success.
And I'm already hooked, but
Mm.
before we go full sci-fi,
Sure.
let's break it down.
Okay.
What are these agents we keep hearing about?
Think of them like specialized AI experts, each a total pro in their own field.
Okay.
You can customize them to do certain tasks, interact with each other, and even use tools to get things done.
So you're building your own dream team of AI, each member bringing a unique skill set,
Exactly. And Camel AI is the platform that makes it all possible.
provides the building blocks.
Yeah, the models, the agents themselves, the tools, memory, prompts to guide their actions.
Okay, let's unpack these building blocks.
Right.
First up, models.
So these models are the brains of the operation, like the engine in a car.
Okay.
You get to pick the best one for the job, whether it's crunching numbers or writing creatively.
So it's like choosing the right specialist for the task.
Uh-huh.
I need a financial whiz.
Mm-hmm.
I get an agent powered by a model that eats and breathes numbers.
Right.
Need a wordsmith.
Yep.
Boom, a model trained on all the best literature.
That's the flexibility of Camel AI.
That's pretty cool.
Now, on to the agents themselves. These are the actors in our system built on those models we were just talking about.
Got it.
You could have a programmer agent churning out code,
Uh-huh.
a stock trader making savvy moves in the market.
Okay, this is where my brain starts to melt a little.
It's pretty wild.
But it sounds incredibly powerful.
It is.
Are we talking about replacing entire teams with these AI agents?
Not necessarily. It's more about giving your existing teams superpowers.
Okay.
Imagine these agents handling all the tedious stuff, freeing up your human talent for strategy and creative problem solving.
Right, because those are things that only humans can do.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. Augmenting human capabilities, not replacing them.
Right.
But how do these agents actually get things done? You mentioned tools earlier.
So we're talking about giving these agents access to real-world resources,
Okay.
like search engines, social media, even tools to execute code or pull in live data.
So we're equipping them with a whole arsenal of gadgets and resources.
Yeah.
They can gather information, analyze it, and even take action based on what they find.
Exactly. That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Think about the potential for automation and efficiency.
Yeah.
Tasks that would take humans hours or even days could be handled by these agents in a fraction of the time.
All right, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here.
Good.
But how do these agents learn and adapt over time? You mentioned memory.
Right.
Does that mean they can remember past experiences and get smarter?
You got it.
Okay.
Memory is all about giving these agents the ability to retain information and learn from their interactions.
So it's like giving them a personal journal where they can log their experiences and improve.
Exactly.
So they're not just static programs, they're constantly evolving.
Right, just like we do.
And that brings us to our final building block. Prompts.
Yes.
Think of these as the instructions we give our agents.
The spark that sets them in motion,
Okay.
and the clearer and more specific the prompts, the more effective our agents will be.
It's like giving them a detailed roadmap to guide them towards a desired outcome.
Exactly.
So we've got our models, our agents, tools, memory, and prompts, all working together to create these powerful multi-agent systems.
Right.
But let's get practical here.
Okay.
What are some real-world applications of this technology? How are organizations actually using CAMEL AI today?
You're absolutely right. This has the potential to change the game for businesses and organizations.
Of all shapes and sizes.
Exactly. And we're already seeing some fascinating use cases emerge.
Like what?
One area that's really exciting is using these agents to improve the accuracy of other AI systems.
Okay.
For example, Log 10 is using CAMEL AI to generate synthetic data
Uh-huh.
that helps refine and improve the performance of their large language models.
So it's like using AI to train AI to be even better.
Exactly. It's a way to bootstrap AI accuracy, which is huge for organizations relying on AI for critical tasks.
That makes sense. The better the data we use to train AI, the
Right.
better the AI will perform.
Exactly.
And it seems like CAMEL AI is playing a key role in generating that high-quality data.
It is.
What other practical applications are out there?
Well, another area that's caught my eye is how AI Geometric is leveraging CAMEL AI to develop an AI-powered interview co-pilot.
Oh,
They're using multi-agent systems to create personalized and interactive interview experiences.
so instead of those awkward mock interviews, job seekers can actually practice with an AI that simulates real-world scenarios.
Exactly, and provides personalized feedback.
That's a level of preparation that was previously unimaginable?
It's a game changer.
Absolutely.
Speaking of game changers, Composio is using CAMEL AI to build a platform that streamlines the integration of tools with large language models.
So they're making it easier to build and deploy AI agents.
Right, ones that can interact with the real world in meaningful ways.
That's a big deal because it means that even those without a deep technical background could potentially harness this power.
Absolutely. It's like democratizing access to this incredible technology.
Like that.
And then there's a project exploring communicative agents for software development.
Okay.
The idea is to use natural language to create custom software.
Wait, so you're telling me we could potentially describe what we want our software to do, and a team of AI agents could actually build it for us?
That's the goal.
That sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
It's still early days, but the potential is there.
It's incredible to see how CAMEL AI is being used to push the boundaries of what's possible.
It really is.
But what about the human side of this story? The website features several testimonials from people already using CAMEL AI.
Right.
Did any of those resonate with you?
You know, the one that really stood out to me was Sam Witteveen's comment about synthetic data generation.
Okay.
He talks about how CAMEL AI's ability to create this realistic simulated data is a game changer
For training and fine-tuning AI models.
across all sorts of industries.
That's a great point. The quality of data is everything in AI.
It is.
And having a tool that can generate vast amounts of high-quality synthetic data could unlock a whole new level of performance.
Right.
I'm particularly intrigued by the potential for small businesses and startups.
Yeah.
They often don't have access to those massive data sets that larger companies do. Could this level the playing field, allowing them to develop powerful AI applications without needing tons of real-world data?
It's definitely a possibility, and that's one of the things that makes CAMEL AI so compelling.
Yeah.
It has the potential to democratize access to AI,
Right.
empowering organizations of all sizes to leverage this technology and drive innovation.
It's not just about data and algorithms, though.
Yeah.
It's about understanding how these agents can interact with the real world and the people in it.
Exactly.
Which brings up another question.
Okay.
What about the ethical considerations?
Sure.
Are there any concerns about potential biases or unintended consequences?
Those are definitely important questions. And as with any powerful technology,
Right.
we need to approach this with a sense of responsibility.
Absolutely.
One of the things that's encouraging is that the creators of CAMEL AI are actively engaged in research on agent trust and ethical decision-making.
Okay.
They understand that building trust and ensuring these systems operate safely and responsibly is crucial.
That's reassuring to hear.
It is.
It's a reminder that technology is a tool, and it's up to us to use it wisely and ethically.
Absolutely.
But I'm also curious about the future of CAMEL AI.
Okay.
Where is all of this heading?
Yeah.
What does the future hold for multi-agent systems and the quest to unlock their scaling laws?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The field is evolving so rapidly, it's hard to predict.
I know.
But based on the research and developments we've seen,
Uh-huh.
a few key trends are emerging.
Like what? Give us a peek into the crystal ball.
All right. Well, one area that's gaining a lot of attention is this concept of agent trust.
Okay.
Researchers are exploring how to build multi-agent systems that can earn and maintain the trust of humans.
That makes sense.
This is crucial because as AI becomes more autonomous and capable,
Right.
we need to ensure that these systems are aligned with human values and operate in a safe and ethical manner.
It's like if we're going to delegate important tasks to these AI agents, we need to know that we can trust them to make sound judgments and act in our best interests.
And to build that trust, we need robust testing and evaluation methods.
Okay.
That's where benchmarks like CRAB come in, the Cross-Environment Agent benchmark.
Okay.
These benchmarks provide standardized ways to measure the performance and capabilities of these systems,
Got it.
allowing researchers to track progress and identify areas for improvement.
So it's not just about building bigger, more complex AI systems.
Right.
It's about ensuring that these systems are reliable, trustworthy, and aligned with our goals.
Exactly.
And that requires a deep understanding of how these systems work and how we can design them to operate responsibly and ethically.
Absolutely.
It's all fascinating stuff.
It is.
And I'm eager to learn more about the latest research and developments in multi-agent systems.
Me too. So, before the break, we were talking about how important trust and ethical considerations are with these AI agents.
It's not just about the technology.
Right.
It's about making sure these agents work with us, not against us.
Exactly. We can build the most amazing AI systems, but if they don't align with human values,
Right.
they're not really helpful. They could even be harmful.
And that's why I think it's so cool that the creators of CAMEL AI made the project open source.
It's huge.
Yeah.
They're basically inviting everyone to contribute and help ensure that these systems are built responsibly.
Yeah, that open source approach is massive because it means that the future of this tech isn't being controlled by just one company or organization.
Right.
It's a global community of experts working together to make sure these systems are developed ethically and responsibly.
And that diversity of perspectives is key.
Absolutely. It helps guard against bias and ensures that these systems are designed to benefit everyone.
That's right. And that collaborative spirit is clear in the online communities that have popped up around CAMEL AI.
Oh, yeah.
Platforms like Discord, WeChat, Slack, they're all buzzing with activity. Developers are sharing ideas, troubleshooting problems, pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It's really inspiring to see so many people coming together to build a better future with AI.
It is.
Speaking of pushing boundaries, let's get back to those real-world applications.
Okay.
One of the coolest things about CAMEL AI is its versatility. It's not just theoretical.
Right.
It's solving real problems today.
Exactly. And we're seeing these applications pop up everywhere.
Oh, yeah, like where?
One area that's really interesting is cybersecurity.
Okay.
Researchers are building multi-agent systems to simulate those really sophisticated cyber attacks.
Oh, wow.
So organizations can find vulnerabilities and strengthen their defenses.
It's like having an AI ethical hacker on your team
Exactly. A 247 security team
that never sleeps.
and is constantly learning.
That's brilliant, especially as these cyber threats are becoming so much more complex.
It is. And then there's healthcare.
Okay.
Researchers are exploring how CAMEL AI can personalize treatment plans, monitor patient health, even help with diagnoses.
So imagine an AI system that analyzes your medical history, lifestyle, genetic information, to create a truly personalized healthcare plan.
It'd be like having a personal health advisor.
Wow, that would be revolutionary.
It would, a game changer for preventative care.
Early detection and treatment of diseases.
Exactly. And these are just a couple examples. We're seeing similar things in finance, education, even entertainment.
It's amazing to think about all the possibilities. But as we get deeper into this world of AI agents,
Right.
I have this question. How do we make sure that these systems are actually benefiting humanity?
That's a great question and a valid concern.
You know, we've all seen those movies where the AI turns against us.
That's something researchers are thinking about seriously.
Right.
As we develop these super sophisticated AI systems, we have to make sure they're aligned with human values and goals.
Absolutely.
One approach that's gaining traction is explainable AI,
Yeah.
which aims to make AI systems more transparent.
So we can understand them.
Right, so if we can understand how they make decisions,
Yeah.
we can be more confident that those decisions align with our values.
Exactly. It's like you wouldn't blindly follow advice from a human expert without understanding their thought process.
Right, and beyond explainability, there's the issue of control.
How do we stay in control, even as these AI systems become more independent?
Researchers are working on this, things like kill switches and safety mechanisms to shut down these systems if they ever start acting up.
Okay, so like emergency brakes for AI,
Pretty much.
those are definitely important things to think about. But I'm also wondering about the other side of that.
Okay.
How do we protect these systems from being misused or hacked?
Another great question and a huge area of research.
Yeah.
As AI systems become more integrated into our lives, they'll become targets.
Right, for hackers and other bad actors.
Exactly. So researchers are working on strong security measures to protect these systems.
So it's like a constant race to stay ahead of the bad guys.
It is, but we also need to think about how these AI systems can be used for good.
Yeah, we talked about healthcare and cybersecurity, but what about things like the environment or social justice?
That's a really exciting area.
Right.
There's a big push to use these technologies to solve some of the world's biggest problems.
Okay, so give me some examples.
AI systems to monitor climate change,
Uh-huh.
optimize energy consumption,
Okay.
even identify and combat social inequality.
That's amazing.
It gives me hope that we can use AI to make a real difference.
Me too. But it makes me wonder about the role of humans in all this.
Yeah.
As AI systems become more capable, are we at risk of becoming too reliant on them?
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
It's important to find the right balance to leverage their capabilities, but not lose our own skills and independence.
Right. It's about humans and AI working together.
Exactly, a partnership to create a better future.
I think that's a perfect transition to our next topic, the future of CAMEL AI and these multi-agent systems.
Okay.
We've explored the applications, the ethical side of things, but where's all this heading? What does the future hold?
That's a question that really sparks the imagination.
I know, right?
The field's still pretty young, but it's moving fast.
I know, so fast.
And as these systems get more advanced and woven into our lives, they have the potential to change everything.
Okay, so paint me a picture. What trends are you seeing? What's coming up next?
Well, one area that's really exciting is embodied AI.
Okay.
This is about building AI systems that aren't just algorithms. They're actually embedded in physical robots or devices.
So they can interact with the physical world.
Exactly, in a much more direct way, opening up tons of new possibilities.
Imagine AI agents that can think, learn, act, and interact just like we do.
It's like science fiction becoming reality.
That would be a game changer in so many fields.
Right. Things like manufacturing, logistics, healthcare, elder care. It would revolutionize them.
And as these embodied AI systems get even smarter, they could take on tasks that are too dangerous for humans.
Exactly, like exploring hazardous environments or performing delicate surgeries.
It's mind-blowing to think about, and it's not just physical tasks. I'm thinking about the potential for AI in our social lives.
Okay.
Could we see AI companions or even romantic partners in the future?
That's a fascinating question, and it's definitely something researchers are exploring. As AI gets better at understanding human emotions, it's not impossible to imagine them playing a bigger role in our social lives.
Yeah, but there are a lot of ethical and societal questions that come with that.
Absolutely. It really makes you think about what it means to be human.
For sure. But it also shows how this technology could touch every part of our lives.
It could.
And as we continue to develop these systems, we have to do it responsibly.
Yes.
With a focus on using this technology for good.
Absolutely.
But I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
We still have a lot to uncover about CAMEL AI and these multi-agent systems.
We've only just scratched the surface.
And as we continue this deep dive, we're going to explore some of the finer points of CAMEL AI. It's like its architecture, capabilities, and how it's being used to solve real problems across industries.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're back, ready to wrap up this deep dive into CAMEL AI.
It's been quite a journey.
It really has, from those building blocks to real-world applications.
Even the ethical stuff, it's a lot to consider.
It makes you realize how fast this whole field is moving.
It really does.
What seemed cutting edge just a while ago is practically ancient history now.
I know, it's crazy.
Makes you wonder what's next, what's going to blow our minds in the future.
Well, if I had to guess, I think one area that's ripe for a total transformation is how we work.
Okay, tell me more.
Imagine every organization, no matter how big or small, having access to a team of these AI agents, each one a specialist in their field.
It's like having a superpowered workforce.
Exactly, handling everything from scheduling to data analysis, even brainstorming.
Freeing us humans up for the things AI can't do.
The strategic thinking, the creative stuff.
Right, because those are the things that really make a difference.
Think about the boost in productivity, better work-life balance.
It would change everything.
It could fundamentally change how we approach work.
Less time on the little things, more time for the big picture.
Exactly. And it's not just work. Think about education.
Okay.
AI tutors that adapt to each student, giving them personalized lessons and feedback.
It would revolutionize how we learn.
It could make quality education accessible to everyone.
It's like everyone having their own personal tutor.
Exactly. And then there's scientific discovery.
Oh, wow.
Teams of AI agents working with researchers,
Yeah.
crunching massive amounts of data, running simulations, even coming up with new hypotheses.
That would accelerate breakthroughs in every field.
Medicine, climate change, anything you can think of.
It's like turbocharging scientific progress.
Exactly. The possibilities are endless.
They really are. But as we get more into this world of AI agents,
Right?
we have to remember the human element.
Absolutely.
Develop and deploy these systems responsibly.
Ethically and always with the benefit of humanity in mind.
It's not about handing over control to AI. It's about creating a partnership
A collaboration where humans and AI work together.
to solve problems, drive innovation, and build a world that works for everyone.
And that's what makes the work being done with CAMEL AI so exciting.
I agree.
It's not just about the tech, it's about the future we're building with it.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
We've covered so much ground, from the basics to the mind-blowing potential.
It's a field that's full of possibilities.
And CAMEL AI is at the forefront.
It's a powerful platform for exploring all that multi-agent systems can do.
If our listeners are as fascinated by this as we are, where can they learn more or even get involved?
The great thing is, CAMEL AI is open source.
So anyone can contribute.
Yeah, and they have a fantastic community on platforms like Discord, WeChat, Slack.
Oh, cool.
It's a great way to connect with other people who are passionate about this stuff.
It's amazing you can go from listening to actively shaping the future of AI. So that wraps up our deep dive into CAMEL AI and the world of multi-agent systems.
It's been a great conversation.
I hope our listeners are leaving with a better understanding of just how powerful this technology can be.
And how it can shape the future.
And remember, the future isn't something that just happens to us.
It's something we build.
So go out there, explore, experiment, and let your imagination run wild.
The future of AI is waiting.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.